Hello, 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 everybody. Hopefully you all can hear me. Welcome to Talk Tuesday. I am VS Speaks Royally. I hope you all are having a wonderful Tuesday, Valentine's Day. And, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I know everybody's in different time zones. So I do apologize. I got a little bit of a late start, You take your eyes off of the timer for just a little bit and get distracted, and that is what will happen. But I was over there hanging out with Hilda on her gaming channel. Yeah, I looked at the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm late. So my bad. Hello, hello, hello to everyone. Okay, so as I take a deep breath. All right, so I'm just going to do the disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All right, so today I have like a quirky topic. It's not really, I guess it touches on love, but I also have someone I'm going to highlight for Black History. Hopefully you do enjoy today. Let me just make sure I have nothing else. Okay, yeah. I just want to be sure I don't have anything I need to cover with. So some of you who are content creators may have noticed I'm not overly active in different live streams, and it's not that I am, feeling myself or thinking I'm better than anybody. It's just busy and taking a little bit of a mental step back. It's extremely difficult. So I've been, just to keep up with everybody. So I've been doing a lot of sharing out, and I hope that satisfies, especially for the content creators, that really satisfies all of you who do support me. I'm doing what I can. But if I am in a live stream, I may not make myself known. So just, be mindful of that also. I just wanted to do that because my phone prompted a reminder. You've used your phone 3 hours and 55 seconds less than last week. I was like, what? It's kind of scary that this popped up because I was like, I don't have any setting that I've asked for this information, but gotta love yourself. Okay, that's my first little Valentine tip. All right. All right, let me look at the comments. Oh, there's Sis Hilda. All right, let me do this before I even get into the Black history. So, Lottie, if you're out there, can you drop a comment? I don't think you gave me your twins' names. So, today, where is her comment? Here it is. So she was saying, good morning, lovely people. Today is my twins' birthday. Birthday. Get it, twins? And then she asked for me to sing to them. I'm not sure why. But, okay, Lottie. Let me look and see if you are still here. Because, I want to sing to them specifically, but I don't see that there's a comment. Okay, so this is for Lottie's twins. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Lottie's twins. Happy birthday to you times 2. Okay, there we go. Hope you enjoyed that. Yay, there we go. All righty. Let me come back to comments. Okay, so, thanks, Lorna. If you ever become a content creator, yeah, you'll get it. It's the more contacts and connections you have, it can be mind-blowing a little bit, tying into work and life and everything else. But I love everybody and I do my best. So if I can share you out, that's what I'm going to do. All right, so today for Black History, which is every day, but it's Black History Month. I didn't do my full-blown every day that I did last year, but I want to highlight, her name is Bessie, or I should say Elizabeth Bessie Coleman. So she went by Bessie. And Bessie Coleman, if you have not heard of her, she was an early American civil aviator. So she was the first Black American, African American woman and first Native American to hold a pilot license. She earned her license from the Federation Aeronautic International on June 15th, 1921. And was the first Black person to earn an international pilot's license. So she would also be one that if someone wanted to delve in deep, because I think March is Women's History Month. But I thought this was pretty cool. We are an amazing people. If only we would realize it. So here's some cool pictures of her. I thought this was pretty cool because this is going way back. And then I saw that Mattel had done a doll that was inspired by her. And I was like, wow, that is so cool. So Bessie Coleman, and I'll give you some of her stats. So she was born on January 26, 1892. And she sadly died in a plane crash on April 30th, 1926. So, yeah, she had only had her license for maybe 5 years. And yeah, it's just sad, but she accomplished quite a bit because that's amazing to me. So I just wanted to share that for Black History Month tidbit. So, my little twist on Valentine's Day, and I know it's going to be far. I'm going to share 2 different items that I saw. One was on Twitter, and the other might have been Twitter, but I think it was Google. And sometimes I get these Reddit posts. It's someone does an article on it, so The first one, I kind of took offense in a way to this tweet, but maybe it's just me and the day that I saw it. So I'll read it to you. It was The Good Shepherd is his Twitter handle or screen name. And it said, in the next few years, someone should do research on how the masses were conned into believing that being a homemaker and nurturing your family is slavery. But reporting to a corporation Monday through Friday and at their service whilst being easily disposable is somehow liberating. Now, I never heard that homemaker or one that chooses to stay home is like slavery, but okay, since you wanted to go there, working for corporate America, not that most people have a choice not to, but okay, I'll go there. So now, by my response, you probably will catch the type of mood I was in, but comparing the dynamics to now and then is just wrong, but okay. Comparing social dynamics then to now is wrong. Life is completely different. Back then, there was no birth control available. She couldn't have her own bank account or a credit card in her name without permission. Most were stuck. That sounds like a form of slavery. So I kind of wanted to have a little bit of a chat. And I know, again, it's a different type of Valentine's chat. But I wanted to have a little bit of a chat on this to see, was I did I really kind of get peeved because it really wasn't necessary? But, maybe I did. Oh, Patrick and Patty. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, my goodness. Well, happy birthday again to them. Please cover their ears so they hear it in my muffled singing. But, yeah. Let me see. Mint your own phone. They don't get it. You pay monthly. Woo. All right. So, was I going nutsy? Because I do have those days where it's just the littlest thing sends me over the edge. And I'm like, why am I like this on the social media? But he was getting dragged somewhat for his comments. If someone wants to be a homemaker, that's not an easy thing, to be home all day, caring for kids, house, having, greeting your husband at the doors like they do at the 50s with a drink in the hand and, hi, dinner is on the table. People aren't really kind of doing that still, are they? Maybe it's just me. I'm not seeing any comments, but maybe it's just me. But the second little item, which I got a chuckle out of, because I will show you the kind of mood I was in. So I saw this and I was like, oh, wife leaves dinner after paying for her own meal. Husband's family is furious. They expected her to pay for the full meal. So the lowdown is that the wife inherited a large sum of money from her mother when she passed. And the husband is always talking about money and that, expecting her to pay for everything. And so New Year's Eve, they go out and meet his family for dinner to celebrate the New Year's. As everything was going well, as this says, until she found out she was expected to pay the bill for everybody. So, that said that her mother-in-law joked that she, would be paying out of her inheritance pocket. Of course, she got pissed. She remained calm, paid for her portion of the dinner and drinks, and then quietly left. While they started shouting at her as she was leaving. Now, this is a kicker. The husband comes home at 3 a.m. and begins yelling at her. He started off on the wrong foot. Okay. Saying she was pathetic for getting up and walking out on his family because they relied on her to pay and thought she was gracious and she would graciously do it. And how he was humiliated in front of his family, and that's caused a huge rift between her and his family. Now, my thoughts on that: what her mother left her is for her. If she decides to share with you, said husband, that's a little different. But don't take it upon yourself to make an ass out of yourself and assume that she should be paying for you, her, and your entire family, because that ain't happening. Okay, now, if he thought that way, he should have at least checked the temperature of the water before they went out to dinner. But you made that assumption, and then y'all got stuck paying. Because I'm sure y'all were ordering up lobster and champagne and caviar like it was just, no big deal till you had to pay the bill. Okay. Mm-hmm. Given that, I think what caught my eye about that is having lost my mom. That was one of those scenarios. Now, mind you, it wasn't that large of a sum, but it was something that she left me. And my husband immediately had said to me, she left that for you. Now, he was like, if you share, that's great, but just leave it. Do what you want with it. But yeah, he didn't expect me to start fitting the bill for, everybody, anybody, and this or that. So anyway, those are my little tidbits that I wanted to share. So, let me see. Marsha, easily disposable is likened to being a homemaker. That sounds misogynistic. Yeah, I thought so. I'm glad it wasn't just me, because I was like, sir, first of all, where did you pull that out of the hat? And yeah, there was no, I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. Mrs. VS, oh, heck no, one is on hand and foot. Maybe it's just a different life. I know everybody comes from a different background and all that, but yeah. CMAC, her parents didn't work for everyone to use her. Yeah, thank you. Mrs. VS, they have add up how much women work today, long with continuing to do most of the housework, and it's almost like slavery. Yeah. Well, one thing, mind you, that many women sadly found out. Now, should he pick up and leave, where were these women? Because they didn't have jobs. And back then, it wasn't that they could just go get a job, much like we can nowadays. Many were left below poverty. I will say that. So, if he died, there was no insurance. What happened? If he left with nothing and didn't want to take care of his family over here, probably had a family on the other side of town, but that's a whole nother life and a whole nother issue. But yeah, I'm glad it wasn't just me. Ooh, the Godfather's here. Hey, RNT Edutainment, how are you? I'm glad to see you dropped out the clouds. Let me see. It's not exactly safe at the space stations. They're shooting down everything. Okay, let me go back to my topic. Woo! Gwendolyn, CMAC missed a comment. Okay. Tier, they thought she was their personal bank. Ooh, child. Dolores, did the wife invite all of them to go out to dinner? Lesson, never assume. Well, it sounded like, how it is one of those things where there's conversations and then it's like, hey, we're going to go meet my family for dinner. Oh, okay. Now, why would I assume that I'm paying for dinner? For me, it's like I would think each household kind of takes care of themselves, unless it is, we're celebrating XYZ's birthday or whatever. I know it was a New Year's dinner, but yeah, don't assume that I'm just because. Now, I fault husband in this instance because what amount she was, in a sense, gifted from her mother should never have been discussed with his family. They shouldn't even have any idea. That's just my personal opinion. Okay, because what happens in your home should stay in your home. But that one there sounds like he runs and tells everything. I'm just saying. Okay. Anna, this sounds like my husband. He thinks I should pay for his whole family when we go out to dinner. What? Shh. Mhm. They would be hungry. As some would say, they'd be white mouth because they're going to be hungry and foaming at the mouth trying to get something. Yeah, just Lauren, people need to keep situations of inheriting. Oh, okay, yeah, money to themselves. That's true. If you get whatever the amount might be, I don't care if it's $1, $1,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million plus. Don't tell. You know what I mean? I mean, with your spouse, I would think you should be able to share, but that being shared outside, no, no, no. And I know it's Valentine's Day again. Love, peace, joy, all that stuff. But you're not going to have it if we have issues with stuff being shared outside. So, cookies and cream, what a scary louse excuse of a man expecting his wife to pay for him and his family. He needs to take more than several seats. Listen, now, number one, you came home at 3 a.m. Okay. Mm-hmm. Number two, you start yelling. Mm-hmm. Number three, you feel humiliated with your family. Like if there's a rift now, your family don't want to be around me. Thank you. That's what I would have said to him. Okay, no problem. Yeah, I wouldn't have been the one to do that too. So, and I know Hispanic men are is this misogynist? They expect their wives to wait hand for. Oh shoot, child, please. Mm-mm. That's a lot of different cultures. It's not just Hispanic men, and it's all in how they're raised. Educate. They also said that homemakers didn't have work experience for the workforce. Exactly. So again, many could not even get jobs unless they're cooking and cleaning for someone else just to come home to cook and clean. Okay. Mrs. VS, there are some crybabies. Excuse, I don't have money. Why the hell do they join for dinner? Well, because they expected. There was a conversation somewhere. Now, I know a lot of things on Reddit may not necessarily be, quote, real, but that scenario probably does happen. So there was a conversation he had with his family because they all assumed she was paying. They would have had very hurt feelings right off the gate because I would have been, as soon as that little joke was made, oh yeah, y'all. But I cheer the wife on in that situation, and that she paid for her meal and drinks and just gone. Now, I would have taken an Uber and left him the car. That's probably why he got home at 3 a.m. because she took the car home. I guess his family, they were washing dishes or something. I don't know. But anyway, I think it's funny. Hey, Triple Threat, how are you? I hope you were well. Good to see you. All right, so I have a few little tidbits. Of course, it would not be VS Speaks Royally if I didn't share a couple of things. You all that are squad may be aware of this, but I wanted to share it anyway. One of the Super Bowl commercials, we had a very eagle eye squatty pick up on this because several of us were like, oh, wow. I don't look at the commercials that closely. Okay. Now, I was trying to figure out which commercial. I believe it was the Trojan horse, but I'm not sure if it was that one or the one with the bunnies, which was a very odd one. I'll just say that. Throwing people down holes because this person was flying down the hole and they looked, how they caught this is beyond me because the commercials move so fast. But yeah, this one, you could see the different scenes as it's moving. No, I can't play the commercial because I'm not trying to get hit with copyright. So, but if you remember this one, yeah, then you will have seen it and you probably missed it too, but there you go. But I wanted to share how our faves were in a commercial and they probably didn't even realize it themselves. I think it was for, what is that one that had all those strange commercials? Yeah, see, Tubi? Is that what it was called? Something like that. They had some strange ones, let me just say. Okay, moving on. Now, I'm going to behave myself, but this is a mini trash time. Those in squad will understand. So, yesterday it was announced that the Queen consort um, was forced to postpone an engagement because of a seasonal illness. Then, about 6 hours later, it was confirmed that she tested positive for the bug that was going around the last couple of years. This isn't her first rodeo with it, but still, although, if truth be told, that it is stated that she's on vacation somewhere. People have seen her on the plane. Don't know, don't care. But if they're using this as an excuse, that's pretty pathetic. That's what I'm going to say. But someone took it upon themselves to insert Harry's name into this whole scenario. You figure out how. Okay. This Rhoda member, I'm all for public and media scrutiny of the royal family, but the debate on all sides has become so toxic, now it's a disgrace. The reaction from some on Twitter to the consort going down, that's kind of nasty sounding, with that should give many people, including her stepson, Prince Harry, food for thought. What in the name of the goodness does Harry have to do with her getting that CV? What makes no sense to me. But this is how they always have to tie Harry or Meghan into some bull crap that's going on over there in the UK. Her having that is because she was being reckless. You know, a little somewhat karma since she had just met with Clarkson days before he put that op-ed out that was so disgusting that he's catching heat still. But, you know, it is what it is. All right, so those are all the little things I wanted to share for Talk Tuesday. For those of you that were late and missed the Black History part, please rewind. I also sang happy birthday to Lottie's twins that she requested. God bless her. I don't know why. Marshall. Lizzie's revenge on Cop. Yeah. I was like, what kind of leap is this? First of all, why are you on Squad's timeline looking at what Squaddies might be saying? They tell on themselves. Don't I say this? They tell on themselves. He should only know what those are saying underneath, you know, the royal family social media accounts. And I don't think Squaddies go under there. I hope not anyway. I know I don't, but yeah. But let me see. Okay. Let me see. What is this? Annie, since Queenie died, the whole lot of those unrolls don't work much. I don't think they ever did. She used to have more engagements than all of them. That's pretty pathetic, but you know, what can you say? That's what I was going to say she was a workhorse. You know, that's just the saying. I guess, you know, the consort now doesn't want to be referred to in that manner, and I'm just going to leave it. So that was my quick Talk Tuesday for you all. I covered so much stuff, all mushed together, just like everybody should feel when they, you know, look at their loved ones, all mushy. Okay. I'm going to take my silly self and get offline. You all have a wonderful day. Please be safe. Wear your mask. And take care, everybody. Bye.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Do you know that voice?